Good morning, my friends. This is Eugene Clapp of EMC Insurance Solutions. And this morning, I'm going to discuss with you the three products that you must have in place in order to circumvent the high cost of healthcare. It's no secret that the past 6 to 8 years, Obamacare has doubled or even tripled in price. So it is up to us to put some things in place that will help circumvent the high costs out of pocket that we may have associated with that. The three that we're going to talk about today are A, hospital indemnity, B, Ameriplan, and C, life insurance with living benefits. These should be combined in a bundle to help keep your health care costs down. First up is the hospital indemnity. Now, I know that all of you all have seen the commercials from Aflac talking about the things that they pay that health insurance may not pay, like hospital bills and other things of that sort. And it is true. That's what they do. But all hospital indemnities are not created equal. Some of the ones that you see advertised do not pay the most. What we have done here at EMC Insurance Solutions, we've teamed up to offer a hospital indemnity plan from a company called Manhattan Life, which has been around since 1850 and has one of the most cash-rich plans out there. The hospital indemnity plan through Premier Options from Manhattan Life is a guaranteed issue hospital indemnity policy. And it's guaranteed issue for you if you're a full-time employee age 18 to 64. It's no ineligible medical conditions, no deductibles or co-insurance. You can use any hospital or doctor, benefits paid in cash to you directly unless you assign them otherwise. It's guaranteed renewable up to age 65 and conditionally renewable until age 70. Multi-plan network facilities are included, which are about 90% of the facilities in the United States, and it pays in addition to any other insurance. Now, that's very important because with your health insurance, there are things that it just doesn't pay. Now, when we talk about the actual medical bills and the claims that were filed, here's the breakdown of it that I want to read to you. 0.3% last year of the medical claims were $50,000 and more. 2.1% were $5,000 to $50,000, and 97.6% of all insured annual claims were under $5,000. Now, my question to you is this: do you have an extra $5,000 laying around to pay your 20%? And even if you do have it, do you want to pay that $5,000 out of your pocket? No. Most people would say no, right? Well, this is what hospital indemnity helps you circumvent. We have three plans with Manhattan Life that are very cash rich. We have the Premier Choice plan, we have the Select Choice plan, and we have the Enhanced Supplement. The Premier Choice plan that we have pays in between $6,000 and $9,000 a day. The Select Choice plan that we have, which is our middle plan, pays between $4,800 and $6,800 a day, and the Enhanced Supplement pays between $2,500 and $3,500 a day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most cash-rich payouts in the marketplace today. And let me explain to you how that's broken down so you know. You have your daily room benefits, you have intensive care, you have surgery, anesthesia, private duty nursing, wellness, doctor's office visits, emergency room, specified injury. So you have a combination of things which puts you between these payouts. And there is no other company on the market today that's going to go ahead and give you payouts like this. Aflac's not, but you haven't heard of Manhattan Life. What we do is we put that there to cover your out-of-pocket costs. Then we go ahead and we add another plan. And this other plan we add is called Ameriplan. Now, Ameriplan is not insurance. It's a little itty-bitty dental, vision, and discount prescription plan that has been in existence since 1992. And most people discount it as not having any worth. But let me tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. Because see, what Ameriplan has done since 1992, they've added products and services. And they added two in particular that make this plan a must-have for everybody. But let's talk about the other things they have before we get to those two. With dental, you get deep discounts on dental up to 80%. And what happens with your dental insurance, sometimes it does not cover cosmetic surgeries. Well, AmeriPlan helps you reduce the cost out of pocket for those cosmetic surgeries or cosmetic procedures that you're going to have at the dentist. As far as vision is concerned, it's more than 12,000 optical providers nationwide that we provide discounts up to 56% on. Prescription drugs, as you know, we're like GoodRx. We do provide discounts on prescription drugs, but we're going to talk about the two most important things that AmeriPlan offers with its Premier Plan. Number one is telemedicine. What we found is that 80% of the emergency room visits and the urgent care visits could have been handled by talking to a doctor on the phone. And what we have at AmeriPlan, we have telemedicine. And through TeleDoc, we have around-the-clock 24/7 physician access, and it's only a call away. It's an alternative to doctor's office visits, and it's only $25 a call if they do something like that, which is a lot cheaper than what you would pay even with your copay at an emergency room and an urgent care. The most important part of AmeriPlan is this next part, which is the hospital and health advocacy portion of it. It's administered through a company called the Carriage Group. Now, many people have not heard of the Carriage Group, but what the Carriage Group does is this. They advocate your hospital bill for you, which means they are your advocate to get a hospital bill reduction on your part of the payout. Typically, they have been successful enough to get between 45 and 75% of an individual's hospital bill reduced. Now, let me just go ahead and say that to you again. CARES is a hospital and health advocacy organization that gets in there and negotiates any hospital bill you have over $1,500 down, and they have a success rate of getting these hospital bills negotiated down between 45 and 75%. So now let's look at the first product you have. The first product you would have would be hospital indemnity, which is going to cut you a check and pay you directly. And I already told you what those payouts are. The second product we have in place is AmeriPlan. And their Premier Plan is going to not only give you reductions in dental services and vision services, chiropractic services, ancillary services, and prescription, but you have TeleDoc and you have the hospital advocacy, which is going to negotiate your portion of the bill, if it's over $1,500, down between 45 and 75%. So with those two right there, you see, you're making a little money and you're saving some money. When we add the next part to it, the final piece of the puzzle, you're going to see how this thing all fits together. And that's the life insurance for living benefits and critical illness. Now, I've often said that life insurance is for the living, not the dead, especially in the 21st century. And the reason I say that is because people who are diagnosed with illnesses, they're living longer. It used to be a time if you had a heart attack, if you had a stroke, if you had renal failure, you had something, you'd go on home and you started getting your affairs in order because you know you didn't have long to live. Well, with the advances in medical technology, that's changed now. And it's a double-edged sword. I mean, it's catch-22. It's fantastic to help a person live a longer life with a better quality of life. But on the flip side, it's more expensive too, because these bills have to be paid. Now, most people don't have the money saved up to pay the high cost of these co-payments they have to pay when a medical procedure is done. Do you know that 66% of all bankruptcies in the United States are due to medical bills? So how can we circumvent that? Well, insurance typically, when you get it, pays a death benefit. And a lot of these insurance policies have big face values, $150, $200, $250, $300, $500,000 or more. So what if it was a product that you could put in place that could access a portion of the face value of that policy should you have a heart attack, should you have a stroke, should you have renal failure, should you have a major organ transplant, terminal illness, total disability from sickness or accident, major heart surgery, angioplasty. What if it was a product out there that you could access between 45 and 85% of the face value of that policy to help you out with that? Well, people, there is a product out there like that. It's called life insurance with living benefits. And I've been preaching this to people for years now. Don't just buy the traditional life insurance. Buy life insurance with living benefits because should some kind of illness befall you, it can be your first line of defense against financial devastation. So now I want you to think about this. The first product that we have in place is what? Is hospital indemnity, which is going to pay those incidentals that your health insurance doesn't pay for. The second product we have in place is a merit plan, which not only has a dental, vision, chiropractic, prescription discounts attached to it, but you also have the teledoc and the hospital advocacy for you through the CARES group. And the third product you're going to have in place is going to be life insurance with living benefits. So now you have a unique kind of coverage that you just don't have with health insurance alone, that you just don't have with life insurance alone. Now I'm going to show you a chart of what a difference having these three products in place can make in the payouts that you have to pay to these medical facilities should something befall you. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's significant. We're going to look at two examples. We're going to look at a 3-day hospital stay and a 6-day hospital stay. With a 3-day hospital stay, let's say this guy's name is Bob. And Bob's 3-day stay cost him $20,000. Now, because he's in a multi-plan network hospital, and you know that's 90% of the hospitals in the United States, he is going to save 30% off the top. So his portion of that $20,000 bill now is only $14,000. He has the merit plan product in place, which means the CARES group, they get in there and they negotiate his bill down, and they get him a 75% discount on his bill, negotiated down, which took his portion down from $14,000 down to $3,500. So now the CARES group did their work. Now let's think about this. Remember that hospital indemnity that we had, that we talked about, that would pay you when you're in the hospital? So now if Bob had the premier options, those 3 days he was in the hospital, he'd get paid at least $18,050. If he had the select option, which is the middle plan, he'd get paid at least $14,150. And if he had the lower plan, which was the enhanced plan, he would get paid at least $7,150. Now, he has enough right there to pay his $3,500 off in full, right? But guess what else the CARES group has done for him? The CARES group can also negotiate a payment plan for him between 18 and 24 months so he can use those funds that he got from the hospital indemnity to go ahead and pay other bills he may have incurred. You know, other lifestyle expenses, to pay for groceries, to pay for rent, to pay for mortgage, to pay for treatments that he may have. So he's covered. He doesn't have to come way all out of pocket and pay everything at once. He's put these strategies in place to be covered. So Bob is pretty much stress-free. He can concentrate on recovery. Now let's look at Tim. Tim had more of a serious issue. Tim was in the hospital for 6 days, which means Tim probably had something like a heart attack, or maybe even a stroke, or maybe even some kind of surgery, some kind of major accident to be in the hospital for 6 days. Tim's bills, for this illustration purpose, is going to be $100,000. That's what he got to pay. But Tim is also in a hospital that has the multi-plan network, so he's going to get 30% off the bill right away, and his portion of the bill is going to be $70,000. He has a Plan in place as well. The carriage group gets in there. They negotiate that $70,000 bill he has down 75%, and that leaves his obligation at $17,500. Now, Tim also has the hospital indemnity with Manhattan Life. So if Tim has the Premier options, he was going to get a check cut to him at least $33,500 or more. If he had the Select option, he was going to get a check for at least $26,000 or more. And if he had the Enhanced, he would get a check for $10,300. Now, I want to explain something right here. You see the Enhanced is $10,300. You see his portion of the bill is $17,500. This is why we always advocate to our clients that they either take advantage of the Premier options or the Select options to make sure that they don't have any out-of-pocket expense. So now, if he had the first two options, he has enough to go ahead and pay that $17,500 off, right? But get this, we haven't even accessed the money that he probably is going to get from the life insurance with living benefits because he had a major illness. So now Tim is in great shape. He has no worry whatsoever except getting better. He has the money to pay his bills. He still has some death benefit that's going to be left over when he accesses a portion of his living benefit from his life insurance with living benefit policy. So Tim does not have to reach in his pocket and pay anything. People, I want to ask you this. With what you just heard me explain right now, with these three products, hospital indemnity, Plan, and life insurance with living benefits, do you see the validity in having this bundle in place? Now, I don't care if you have health insurance. Do you see the value of having this in place in addition to your health insurance? I'm sure you do. So do this. Let's set up a meeting. Let's get together. Let's talk about how you can circumvent the high cost of your health care. Contact me, Eugene Clapp, 786-565-5133, or you can email me at clapp@theinsurancebundlepros.com. Once again, that phone number is 786-565-5133, and that email is clapp@theinsurancebundlepros.com. People, put yourself in a position to win. Don't stay in a position to lose. It is up to you. It's up to us to have what we need in place to circumvent these rising costs associated with healthcare. EMC Insurance Solutions got its start showing healthcare strategies to small business owners and self-employed. And we show those same strategies to you. You know, before I go, what I always say, yours in life, yours in business, yours in success. Take it easy, and I'll see you at the top. Have a good day.